You know what's wild, family? I'm sitting here looking at this blowout that the Lakers is going through right now, and it took me to the mentions of this song here, the Drake Forever joint that came out in 2010. Because right now the Lakers are getting handled, and this song here was about LeBron James. It was a tribute to LeBron James. It came out in 2010 when LeBron was at his prime. And I'm going to tell y'all what was so special about this song. What was special about this song, you had four of the biggest names in rap. And this wasn't no forced DJ Khaled-ish. You had Drake, who was possibly the hottest rookie in the game. Regardless of how you feel personally wise about him having a ghostwriter, you can't deny the man's impact. Drake was possibly the hottest rookie in the game at this time. And he had just signed that Young Money deal. Lil Wayne and Kanye were in their prime, popularity-wise too. Eminem was making his comeback, and he came back in rare form on this song after Relapse. So you had four of the biggest names up here. And what I liked about this song here is that it was punchline driven. I like punchlines. And I'm going to tell y'all what I like about Drake's opening verse. Drake opening verse, he was showcasing his cockiness early. Like, this wasn't something that he just developed. Like, Drake was always this cocky dude, arrogant type dude. I knew when I first heard the line on this song, last name ever, first name greatest, I knew that this guy was coming for the throne. Was this a shot at Jay? Because Jay was talking that big ish at the time. Like a sprained ankle, boy, I ain't nothing to play with. See, what I liked about this was, they played on to the basketball references, because, you know, this is a song about LeBron James and how he handled his business on the court. And Drake was just talking ish. Like, he was laying down his accomplishments. He would say, drop the mixtape that sounded like an album. Who would have thought a countrywide tour would be the outcome? And he basically boasting about, my mixtape is doing numbers like an album. I'm touring the country like this is an album. So Drake was coming early, man. Drake was coming real early. Pause. Kanye, he based his flow off his swag. Even though I like the line where he said, I rate the game young, you should call it statutory. Which he did, because he came in at a young age and he straight up killed it. He came in at a young age with the producer, rapper, revolutionized the sound going into the new millennium. The sample chipmunk sound, which was heavy at the Rockefeller at that time. Even though Wu-Tang was doing it, he popularized it to a new era. But his verse alone, it was okay, but Lil Wayne's drink was nice. I liked the Space Jam basketball referencing that he used. And I just liked the way he was flowing on the beat, too. Like, much as I would say about Lil Wayne, he has his moments. Hop up in the car and told my chauffeur to the top. Life is like such a fucking roller coaster where it drops. But that's what I scream for. This is my theme park. I mean, just the way he flowed. You know, you could tell he's keeping on to the beat. But I would say this. A lot of people will say that Eminem had the best verse on this. He didn't really say much content-wise, but it was his flow. It's like he brought a different element to the song, and he turned it to a different song. See, if you listen to all three of these guys' verses in the beginning, they was riding according to the beat. Eminem just took this song and just went to a different atmosphere with it. And for those who don't know, they waiting patiently Pinocchio to poke his nose. That was a shot at Gucci Mane. Because Gucci do some shots at him on the Mariah Carey remix that they did. Obsessed. The Obsessed remix, that was big at the time. But the way M was flowing on this thing, man, I'm like, man, he back. I mean, some of the stuff that dude was saying, it was mind-boggling. It was mind-boggling. So overall, this was probably one of the rare occasions where you had the biggest top dogs at the time coming together and actually doing a joint without it being egos. The last one I really seen with the top dogs coming together, not on some Khaled-ish, was the joint that 2 Chainz, I think it was ASAP Rocky, but they did Problems, where he had Kendrick, Drake, ASAP, 2 Chainz, and other people. But Forever, man, this joint is a classic, man. It kicked off a new era of rap. It was the more punchline, swag era that was going on. And Eminem, he would do more songs with Cash Money because the way he was coming around, let me tell y'all, see with M, he was out of the game for a minute. Like after he dropped Encore, he dropped the compilation for Shady Records, but after that he didn't really drop anything because he was dealing with the drug issues. And people were thinking that because 50 had issues with Lil Wayne and Kanye, Eminem was going to come out there and just start dissing him, which he almost did. If you listen to the I Get Money freestyle, that's the lane he was going to go. But he kind of figured that's not going to be a great idea. Instead of me bashing these dudes and alienating myself, I'm going to jump on songs with these guys. And that's where in the early 2010s and 2011, you start seeing M doing songs with Lil Wayne. He was on Lil Wayne's album. Wayne was on Eminem's album. Drake would start doing songs with now Drake would bring Eminem to his shows. So they built the relationship off that, and that left a lot of people that didn't like Young Money unhappy already, because they was like, man, we wanted Shady and M to just crush these clowns. But they made good music together. I'll give it that. So that's my thought on Forever, man. Dope song, a great way to jump off a new era of rap music. They all did their thing here. I would probably have Eminem versus number 1, Drake at number 2, Lil Wayne at number 3, Kanye at number 4. So, this King Eric signing out. Subscribe, hit the like button. Screwball Radio. Subscribe to that as well. Holla.